Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Okay, for today's video I am going to make this kind of short because I have a couple of things that I want to clear up from last week's video about the National Library Service for the Blind, and if you have not seen that, go back. I will try to add it to the Living Blind playlist so you can go there as well, but go back in my videos to last Friday's video and watch it there. The first thing that I want to clear up, and I think I might have said this in the video, is that you can be any age in order to receive services from the National Library Service for the Blind. You can be 5, you can be 4, you can be 3, you can be 100, you can be any age, as long as you meet the requirements. So if you have a disability like autism, cerebral palsy, dyslexia, ADHD, you can meet the requirements in order to get into this library. And it is basically a lending library, so they will send you a cartridge or a DVD or a braille display, and you eventually may have to send it back. The DVDs are supposed to be checked out for 2 weeks and then sent back, which I think is a pretty reasonable amount of time if you're into watching movies. I'm not, which is why I have never checked out the DVD portion of Wolfner Library or NLS. But if you are totally into watching movies, that might be something you can check out. They have over 200 DVDs. And another thing that I want to clarify is that I don't remember what the other thing is. I really don't. I might have already covered it and just like went straight into it. But yeah, basically you can have any kind of disability that requires you have a difficult time reading print. You can have autism. You can be 5 and get books. Yep, that's what I wanted to cover. I just basically covered everything at once. Go me! So when I first started my NLS relationship, I was about probably 5. I probably had a membership before then, but I specifically remember at 5 sitting in my living room, my parents' living room, let's be real, and listening to a cassette tape on the old NLS cassette players. And I don't have mine because when you get a brand new player, you have to trade your old one in. So basically, when I got the NLS player that I had showed you last time in the last video, I had to trade in my cassette player, so I don't have that anymore. But here's my co-host. Somebody called him my co-host and I thought it was cute, but this is Rio. For those of you who only watch these videos, he's my new kitten. And he is determined that he is going to help me film in the last one. So if you, again, haven't watched that, please go watch it. And yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to cover regarding NLS. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to cover is that it used to be called the National Library Service for the Blind and Print Disabled, or print handicapped, I think is what it was, and then it was changed to print disabled. And so that is the actual name for it. I realized when I was editing that I did not cover that, and I thought that I did, but for some reason I stopped whenever I said the National Library Service for the Blind. But it's actually called the National Library Service of the Blind and Print Disabled, and each state has their own library. So Kentucky has its own library, and I don't know what it's called. Connecticut has its own library. California has its own library. I know for sure Missouri's is called Wolfner because that is the state that I'm from. So if you're in Missouri, you contact the Wolfner Library in Jefferson City to set yourself up a membership, and the membership is free. Yeah, the membership is free, Rio. And you don't have to pay a membership fee or to access anything like that. Everything is free as long as you qualify. That's the other thing that I wanted to cover in this video. I'm remembering more things as I film. Yay! Rio, can you say yay? Rio's like, I don't care. He's like, no, I am not saying yay. Totally not saying yay, not happening. Anyway, your membership is completely free, so you can access this online through BARD. You can go to bard.loc.gov to locate your state's version of BARD, or online library, I guess is what I should say. You can call your state's library. In Missouri is there in Jefferson City, and I do not have the number for them to set up a membership. And you can also access it on a iPhone, or I'm gonna say any other mobile device, but I'm not sure about Android. So basically, there's lots of ways to access it. You do not have to have an NLS player. You can have the website, which you can download the books to the player via USB drive or the cartridge that I showed you in the last video. You can access it through a phone app, or you can just call them and have them send you random books or books that you may be interested in. That's all I have for you today. I hope you liked this video enough to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring that notification bell. Make sure it's set to all notifications. Leave a comment if you have something to say, an idea, question, suggestion. Follow me on TikTok and Twitter. Like my Facebook page. And you can find all of that information on my YouTube page below the About section and down in the description. My email address, which I check every Friday just to make sure that I know that it's you sending me the email so I don't think it's spam and delete it, can be found in the About section of my YouTube page and down in the description below. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.